Last night they arrived. Their arms and legs were torn, tendrils and veins hanging out of their wrists. Blood spilled out as they walked. Their heads were held back, eyes wide open. We knew what they wanted, what they needed, and we were not afraid. They came to carve needles out of our bones to sew themselves back together. And after they carve us, we will be like they were. We too will be frayed. I had stopped on the outskirts of town last night and rented a motel room from the concierge standing outside a dim and dilapidated lobby. The room was musty and damp, but otherwise tolerable after I opened the window. The toilet was broken, and I called the front office to send someone. Outside, the orange glow of sunset outlined buildings across the street, and in their shadow, townspeople passed one another on the sidewalk. Something bothered me about them, and now I know what it was. They all seemed to shuffle by on tiptoe, with their arms cheerfully swinging. Drivers in topless convertibles called out to them, "Vroom, vroom," and they would nod back, smiling. Just as I was about to go to bed, there was a knock on the door. Someone had come to fix the broken toilet after all. He was a smiling man standing on tiptoe, wearing a large backpack full of tools. He nodded politely and had me lead him to the toilet. "I thought you knew where it was," I said, opening the bathroom door before turning back to him. "It's where all the repairman wasn't following on tiptoe anymore." Now he floated sideways in midair with an empty expression. His limbs spread like fingers. It turns out he hadn't been wearing a backpack after all. Instead, protruding behind him through the doorway and out into the night, was an enormous, sinewy wrist.